So I'm here with Jean-Francois. We're here at the St. Paul's London Occupy movement. We came earlier with our tent hoping to join the campers, but somebody in the information tent told us that we couldn't actually camp for health and safety reasons. All of this is a bit peculiar since we thought the whole point of Occupy London was to occupy it. So now we're going to go with our tent again, ignore what the lady said in the info tent, and see if anyone objects. So here we are again. It looks like there's some sort of assembly happening now outside the cathedral. I'm here with Jean-Francois, who is going to start pitching the tent in the middle of this tent city. There's an estimate of about 200 campers here in St. Paul's. There is another camping spot as well, Finsbury Park. Someone filming me filming. Oh. And so far so good. It's going to be quite a tight spot here. There's not much space. So we've never used this tent before. It is my friend Doug's. Oh, so we have someone.
People have to go through to the tent. They'll take it down. Huh? They'll take it down.
Who will take it down?
And then we've got enough. We're only allowed a certain amount, and we need gangways for people to get through. So what? You can't just come and put a tent up. It's organised.
I thought that was the whole point of the movement, to come and put tents up.
The law, it's the law. We have to have gangways, so people can get in. If there's a fire, they have to get in.
So they're not accepting any new campers?
Go down to the info tent.
What do you mean the info tent?
Sorry?
What do you mean the info tent?
They know, they've got numbers of who's here. They know who's here, how many tents are empty.
Yeah, but I don't understand. There's a
I'll tell you what,
there was a call on Twitter saying come occupy London, so that's why I've travelled a long way to occupy London.
Yeah, you can only have a certain amount of tents.
That's ludicrous.
It's not, it's the law, it's safety.
But it's the whole camp is illegal. What are you talking about law? That's the whole point.
The security will come down and ask you to take it down.
Okay, we'll do that.
These people have to get through. If there's a fire,
we'll be able to get through.
So there appears to be a passageway right here. I'm not quite sure why this place is deemed a passageway. So has an agreement then been reached with the authorities on how many people?
Yes.
Okay.
We're still negotiating. They want us to take some down.
Uh-huh.
But we're still negotiating.
I see. So no more people camping. They're not welcome.
They're welcome, but we can't put no more tents for security. If there's a fire down here, they have to get through. A fire down there, they have to get through. I've asked you,
You did your job.
Jean-Francois, you had quite a unique experience this weekend, didn't you? You went to the Occupy London movement in St. Paul's, wanted to pitch your tent and join them for the night, and were actually rejected by fellow campers. What was your reaction to that?
I was very upset and very disappointed. And I thought about other people who might have encountered the same fate. And I think it takes a lot of courage for somebody who has been in a sort of political apathy during their lives to actually do this and come to a public square, do something they deem very risky, which is to plant a tent in a public square like this, and being received like that, and being given a cold shoulder by fellow campers and telling them that, you know, the Occupy movement has maxed out and they are not welcome to stay. I think this is the really wrong thing to do. The movement should be welcoming to these new people. They should embrace people who've never been activists before, and this is not what it's doing at this moment.
And what do you think this really tells us about the movement? There's some people there who claim to be anarchists, who claim to be revolutionaries. Is it really that radical if they're accepting some of the standards of this very society they're rebelling against?
Well, I think you have two streams of thoughts in the movement, and we've discovered that by talking to several people after we tried to pitch the tent. And there's definitely a group of people who are anarchists and very, very radical on the left side of the spectrum. And they don't see this organized structure very, very well. They don't like that at all because they are fighting for a regime change. They want to remove any sort of authority or structure of the state and conduct a revolution that may be as bloody and violent as the one in Egypt or Tunisia. And for them, it's very contradictory to the movement to have these rules and these info tents, etc., etc. But you also have another side of this movement with people who are less radical and who are actually organizing these work groups and these info tents, and there is many more tents. There is a tea tent, a food tent, etc., etc. And for those, these camp is an opportunity to have people congregate here and exchange ideas. And I think their goal is to crystallize these ideas around, a manifesto and run for election on the banner of a new party. And those ones are indeed not welcoming more campers, but they're welcoming people to talk.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Jean-François.
You're welcome.